Hello, my jellyfighters. My name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for the 3rd of July, 2025. So, we've gotten to the point where I've talked a little bit about a few things dealing with freedom of speech. Eventually, what we want to talk about is where those limits are, what limits you have, and stuff like that, and where people should and should not be confined to what they say, where and when, and so forth and so on. So I did this previously, and it did not um, get uploaded. So now I'm uploading it. The um, the general situation that we found last time, the regeneration is the only thing worth anything. So we'll take our chances. It's probably going to be a staff room, but reasonably good. Staff is probably better than a ring of regeneration. Let's see. No, it's a big one. So negation, transference, rapier. Pick up the rapier. I assume I did. Where am I? Okay. Yeah. Okay, and we will hopefully identify it rather soon. Strength and confusion. Okay, I will switch to the rapier to try to identify it a little faster. Could have done with a dead monkey. So, and read my web. Speaking of dead monkeys, read my little comic book on Instagram, or it's a comic strip. We talking about the Hartlepool monkey. It's very, very funny. I think it's funny. Everybody else thinks it's awful, but that's good. That's what makes something funny, is that your mother thinks it sucks. Um, let's see. So we talked about the first thing, which is that there are situations where you should be able to say whatever you want, that is in your own home, and situations where you should not have to listen to anybody's bullshit. Again, in your own home. Other people have to let you rant your bullshit at your house because it's your house, right? If they don't want to hear your bullshit, they can go to somebody else's house and get a completely different set of bullshit. Okay, let's see. Black and blue are on this level. Our job is to go up, right? Not to explore this level. we can come back and explore it, but what we're trying to do is to identify this rapier. That is our goal, and if we can do it in the fewest moves possible, that is good. And I hear the toad right now. Oops. So this is not where I want to be. Potion time is level 5, I think. So how do we get up there? Probably through here. Well, 0 rapier, so we do want to return it. Okay, we're going to go with the transference. There was a transference ring here. Rapiers, however, are extremely nice, so you would like to use them if at all possible. Okay, so we have this range of places where we are reasonably certain we know somebody can say what they want and or not have to listen to what they don't want. We also said that really in a pluralistic society, then public accommodations have to be reasonable and they have to be reciprocal, right? So if there's a place where you allow um, one set of people to protest, say the um, anti-Israel protesters, you have to allow pro-Israel, pro-Israeli demonstrations in the same place, as long as these are really public spaces. Um, you don't need to do this for places that aren't really public spaces, right? So, in general, I would say that you don't need to do this for uh, say the back room at a restaurant. However, we do have certain laws in the United States which might make it required. So if you have um, laws on the books that say places of public accommodation, like a restaurant or a Well, there's my detect magic. Well, drop anything else that I absolutely have to drop. Hold G, pad, scroll, drop G, drop G. Nothing else I absolutely have to drop. Okay, so again, if we are dealing with places of public accommodation, places where we say that there are some reasonable expectations that the public, one member of the public might want to use it. I don't like these laws, but they are on the books. They enjoy immense popularity. And so, despite my reservations, more or less, uh, in these cases, people should be required to act as if they were public property as far as speech is concerned. That is, at a hotel, you don't get I die. So at a hotel, you don't get to choose among guests. You don't get to choose among different political parties. Uh, probably you do. Probably you do in the United States. Um, but it's hard to say. For an actual public place, it should not be. So, I mean, I haven't really gotten past where I was last time. We're at this situation where, in general, if the government is going to mandate somebody accommodate person A, then the government will have to allow the opposite person to accommodate as well, um, or to accommodate the opposite person as well. So um, the previous example was Semite anti-Semite, Hamas, Israel, whatever. If they're in a place where there is no way that they mandate that, or if the government does not have to make a choice or on public property, then the venue is free to do whatever it wants. So that is the main that is the main thing. So there has to be that reciprocity. We're supposed to be value neutral in how we apply our laws. Our laws are there to prescribe behavior, not to prescribe opinions, right?